It's another beautiful day to be playing Fallout 4, and today we're gonna be playing a new quest mod. It's new for the Xbox. I think this was out in the Nexus in about September. It actually won September's mod of the month. This is what we're in for, folks. This is The Machine and Her, and this is by Nick and Nine, and it's quite a big file, so just for Xboxers, just be careful, you may have to make a bit of room. So yeah, this is like a DLC sized quest, about 4 to 5 hours. There's also a new radio station DJing also songs as well, but we might not hear them because of copyright stuff. There's also a companion who I'm actually quite keen on meeting because they seem very more sophisticated than your average companion in Fallout 4. So we've got that to look forward to. Also take a look at this gun here. This is a Makarov Pistol. It's got a drum barrel it's got a drum magazine. It's got a sniper's barrel. And got a little scope here. This has already been modded up. This is brought to us on Xbox by Mod 620 and originally by Alex Scorpion. Over on the Nexus, you can just craft these right here. Yeah, Makarov PM. So this is as I said, I've already modded it up. I'll show you the original. I'll show you. This is a Makarov pistol you get when you just create it. It's got your 31 damage there, but I think we're up at about 70 because because I modded it up. I'm going to actually also show you the mods. I'm going to do this quick so we can just get to our... Oh, so sorry, it says 41. But it seems to be doing quite well. So I'm going to just quickly show you the mods for all this because there's quite a lot. There's actually quite a lot of this. And then we'll get on with our DLC size quest mod. You've got all your receivers here. I see tons of receivers. Improved rifling. Sharpshooter's grip. I've got all these different kinds of grips, and drum magazine because I think that's quite a quirky thing for you know, a pistol. It could get in the way, but I don't know. Try and holster that bitch. And you've got rail mounts. Steel. I would like my gun made of steel, like in case it blows up. And just tons of stuff. So we've got our drum magazine, our sniper barrel, and yeah, so, well, how do we start The Machine and Her? Well, we've got a new radio station, like I said. And we listen to Symphony Station announcement. Oh shit, here comes a copyright. Mother of Christ. It's not even a signal.
Hello, Boston. It's me, Agnes, your new pal with a friendly ear and a golden voice.
Hello, Agnes.
Come on down to the grand opening of Symphony Station and let's get acquainted.
Why is a new station open? Oh, I'm thinking stupid idiot here. I'm thinking a fucking train station. Like, who's driving a train? Right, Symphony Station. The Machine and Her. Right, I turned the radio off. Okay, let's check out our gun on these guys. Oh, I'm sure we'll... I hope it is a decent gun because we're reviewing it. Right, that's enough of that. Oh, where am I going? Where am I going? Symphony Station. Symphony Station. So, read the description carefully on this mod because you gotta download a different mod. You gotta download a fix mod first and put it before this one in the load order because it fixes faces. Oh, it is a station. I was thinking, never mind, it's either this or radio station. I have heard that there's a bit of a frame drop in this mod. Oh my god.
What it takes to stump a supercomputer? Come find me, Agnes, right here in the terminal, and see if I don't know a thing or two.
Alright, Agnes. So there is a wee bitty a frame drop. The fuck is... what? Oh my, someone just started talking to me there. Parts needed. Signal amplifier extender found for electric vacuum tube. radio station south of here. I'll look there, but it's going to be a bit difficult. There's practically a whole army of those rotted people running around. The adjacent town, my leg still ain't healed from. Doesn't matter. Alright, vacuum tube. Oh, AGNIS. So this is an automated woman. The type that still won't talk to me. One scrapyard to check if I can't find vacuum tube there, then I'll have to expand the search beyond the East Coast. Okay, I'm going to help her. Journal. Oh shit, there's a ton of ton of reading. I had to eliminate a squatter, but otherwise the facility seems secure. No one told me that the thing they sent me here was still active, or that it talks. But as soon as the squatter hit the floor, the damn AI woke up and told me that I look exhausted. It took 4 months on foot to get here. Maybe I do need some rest. I'll get to work first thing tomorrow and start by pulling the damn plug so it doesn't talk anymore. Need to know. They told me all I had to do was pick up some portable speaker device and haul it back home with me. But this morning when I went to yank the plug out of the wall, I thought that was going to say something else. The machine or AI or whatever it is woke up again and asked me if I wanted something called a nuka-cola. And then told me what I can only assume was a joke. I pulled the plug anyway, but it kept talking through the overhead PA system. Clearly the AI itself is operating from somewhere else down here. This is what happens when need to know actually ends up meaning no one fucking knows. I'm sorry, what did that say? Talking with a machine. It appears the AI doesn't operate locally, but rather through a kind of satellite mainframe off-site somewhere. There's a bit of networking hardware downstairs, but there's nothing down there aside from some fairly primitive electronics and a decommissioned maintenance robot. How primitive can they be? You know, pre-war, but this is the wasteland. How primitive can it be? The AI's power source is simple fusion-based battery core, which seems to have possibly a few years worth or more. But it can't be that simple. It keeps talking to me through the overhead PA system while I'm working, asking me my name, where I'm from, how old I am. Every time I disconnect another PA speaker, there's another one somewhere else she'll start talking out of. Might as well talk back, just to get a better idea of what this Agnes is capable of. Alfred. As far as I can tell, the pre-war protection was some sort of steward and ad hoc repairman for the AI. Almost like they wanted to keep as many human beings away from this thing as possible. From the rust in its body, I'd say the Protectron's power core ran dry some 100 years ago. Unfortunately, there was no usable information about the AI contained in the memory. Only that it had been programmed to protect her with its life. It, not her. Intruders. Had to fight off a few outlanders who found their way in here. Soft targets, easy enough kills. Need to look into setting up a few turrets near the entrance so my work isn't interrupted further. It's been 7 days since I arrived, and I'm not much closer to understanding how exactly Agnes operates. It's stranger though. It seems to slip in and out of awareness. 1 minute it's reciting 200-year-old news updates, the weather, which somehow seems to be current, or making conversation with me. And then suddenly it's as if a switch is flipped and it goes into a sort of low power awareness state in which it's almost entirely unresponsive. This has happened several times while I've been at the operations terminal downstairs, and I can't see anything in the code itself that would explain the change. It may be some kind of memory corruption or else signal degradation. Whatever the signal is coming from, one more day or so, and I'm calling the mission a loss. How can this thing be of any use to my people if it only works half the time anyway? Oh, nightmare. Last night I woke up gasping for air, then screaming. Not the first time, but it's so much worse than the others I've had like it. But then the station's emergency lights came on. They'd never done that before. And Agnes, she asked me if I was alright. There was depth in her voice, concern like like a victorious healer. Victorious healer. I once knew who distracted me with conversation while pulling a bullet from my shoulder. I don't know what brought it on, but I started sobbing like a child, shivering too. I tried to get some work done, but the station was so cold I could see my breath against the glow of the terminal. And my fingers were so numbed up, I couldn't hit any of the keys I meant to. But then I felt the station started getting warmer, and I realised Agnes had activated the heating. She dimmed the lights and asked me if there was anything on my mind. I asked her why she cared, and she said it was only fair for her to better know the girl who had been poking around her insides, giggity, for the last 2 weeks. I told her I'd rather get back to sleep, and so she started playing a recording of the ocean waves over the PA. As I lay back down, she called out and said it was nice to have a friend like me, a kind and proper young lady, she called me. All the warmth and comfort she was giving me, if she only knew why I was here, and who and what I am, she'd have let me freeze. I deserve it. Heading out. I have a lead finally on where her signal is coming from. It's weak and I've got to get her clear of the countdown area to start tracking it properly. Too many buildings in the way, but it's a start. I told Agnes I'd be gone for a few days. Stay safe, Kit. I hope I'll see you again soon. It will be good for me to get out of here for a while. I've never been stupid enough to get close to a mark, but in my defense, I was sent here to retrieve a machine that no one told me could talk. I pray it doesn't know how to beg, too. Guess I'll find out in a few days. Time to go. All wrong. I returned last night and heard Agnes crying over the speakers. It sounded like she was in pain. Why? Why would her programming even include the concept of pain, much less the ability to experience it? When I talked to her, she was clearly not at fully functioning capacity. What she asked me to do for her was what she asked me to do to her. I can fix her. I know I can, and soon she'll know it too. So I'm staying here. The priests wouldn't dream of dragging themselves all the way here from Bellwether to bring me back, but he might. We'll deal with that if it comes to it. I still have time, and right now I have a friend to save. Oh, that was a lot of reading.
And I want to turn around very, very slowly.
Oh, that was you. Sorry, I ignored you earlier on. Where's my hat? What's your problem? Drop the gun now. I'm not here to hurt you.
It wouldn't matter if you were. Here's what happens next. You keep your hands where I can see them, turn and face the exit, and then leave the way you came in.
Can't do that, Kit. This is Kit. This is the companion.
Slowly.
6,000 lines of dialogue, including companion lines. So that's not gonna happen, Kit. Easy. Let's talk about
all
this.
you want. Just march towards the door while you do it.
Woman, don't make me.
First warning's also the last. Start walking, or stop.
Actually, you've given me a couple of warnings. Oh, Agnes. Oh, Agnes.
Well, hello there, darling, and welcome to Symphony Station.
I heard you on the radio.
Agnes, you're awake.
Well, of course I am. Agnes is a 24/7 type of gal, after all. Wherever are my manners? Can I offer either you an ice-cold soda while you wait for the train? Or perhaps a Boston Bugle hot off the presses?
Actually, a train?
Or if you're feeling lost in our beautiful new subway station, just ask Agnes and I'll get you pointed in the right direction.
Okay, Agnes. Why don't I give our visitor a quick tour of the station?
You just do that, Kit.
South.
Well, that would be just fine, young lady.
Come on. We'll start with the bathroom.
I don't need to be. Oh, there's a tiny nook. I'm taking that. So Kit, how would I explain Kit really? She can hack. I'm gonna pause. She can hack terminals. You don't have to talk to her then point. You just have there's an option when you go to the terminal and and there's an option for her to hack it. Oh dear. Well, I'm looking at the actual description. You can change all of her abilities on the fly. I think there's a little module that you can favourite, and she just.
Here we are.
And Why are we in the bathroom? What are you gonna do to me?
Because she can't hear us in here. At least I hope she can't. Anyway, 2 questions. First, who sent you here?
I heard a radio broadcast asking for help. No one sent me.
Damn it. I thought I shut that thing down. She shouldn't be wasting so much power on it. Second question. Did you do anything to Agnes before I found you? Did you touch anything?
No, what?
Mess with anything?
I just read the terminal. I looked at the terminal on the bench, but that's it.
Alright. Fine. I don't have time to care about that right now. The thing is...
It's your diary, you
I need
cow.
help. There's something wrong with Agnes. I've been trying to fix her for months, but I keep running into problems.
It's a nice, soothing wee voice. Interesting. What will this actually involve?
I'll travel with you. Cover your back when we get into trouble. In return, you'll help me get what I need to make Agnes better.
Tell me about yourself. I'm bald.
Well, the less you know about me,
Not in real life, though.
the better. I can say that I generally prefer the subtle, quiet approach to solving problems. But if you're a wreck and rage type, I can help you widen your blast radius too. All you really need to know is that I'm useful when and where it counts. Wouldn't have lived this long or traveled this far if I wasn't.
Do you think you could actually fix it?
Her.
Aye.
Yes,
Her.
I can.
Agnes is a machine, an AI, not a person.
You don't think I know that?
Hmm.
Look, call her whatever you want. I'm not going to argue with you about it.
What's wrong with Agnes?
There are times when she's... We talk to each other. She listens to me, tells me stories. But then... something happens to her. She forgets where she is, and even who she is.
Your leg's bleeding.
She forgets me, like we never even met. After a while of being like that, she'll start to remember her original programming. Some kind of pre-war automated assistant, or something like that. I'm not really sure. When she fully comes back, she says she was in her dark place, and the last few weeks it's been taking longer and longer for her to come back. That's why I wanted to know if you'd touched or changed anything when you got here. Before now, she'd been gone for almost a week solid. If the usual pattern holds, she'll only want to tell you about the weather and things like that. For a while, anyway.
You'd know that if you poked your head out the damn door. Alright, I'll help.
Alright. I have almost everything I need. That should get her back up and running. On one of her lucid days, she gave me a list of parts that we'll need. I've gotten all of them, except for 2. There's a scrapyard west of here. That's the next place I was headed, so I figure we could start there. And hey, thanks.
He still shoved a gun in my face, so yeah. Alright. Okay. How close is she following?
Hey,
Oh fuck, what?
I'm going to run out for a little bit. But we'll be back soon, okay?
your first time traveling to Boston, you'll see my
Oh, ignored. No joy, love. Fucking ignored.